In this video, I'm going to diagram and graph the vertical and horizontal components of objects and projectile motion. Two key steps when diagramming an object in projectile motion is remembering that gravity is always accelerating an object downward at a constant negative 9.8 meters per second squared. Also, break up your velocity vector into its vertical and horizontal components so that it is easier to computate as well as graph. Now let's look at a diagram. In this diagram, a man throws a rock up and out into the ocean. I graph the rock's vertical and horizontal position, velocity, and acceleration. Let's discuss our acceleration first. So remembering from our previous unit, we know that gravity is always present on an object and is accelerating the object downward at a constant negative 9.8 meters per second squared. In the horizontal direction, there isn't anything that's going to accelerate our object. So the acceleration in the horizontal direction is 0 meters per second squared. Now let's discuss our velocities. In the vertical direction, our velocity starts out positive since we're throwing the rock up, but will start to decrease at a constant rate because of the acceleration due to gravity. And you can see that when our velocity equals 0, we're at our maximum height. In the horizontal direction, our velocity starts out positive since we're throwing the rock to the right and will remain at this constant speed because our acceleration in the horizontal direction is 0. So that means our horizontal velocity will remain constant. Now let's look at our vertical and horizontal position. If we said the ground was when y equals 0, then our rock's initial position will start out positive since we're throwing it from our hand and will reach its maximum height when its vertical velocity equals 0. Once it reaches its maximum height, our velocity becomes more and more negative, so our position will start to decrease. In the horizontal direction, our rock initially starts out at 0 and will increase at a constant rate because our velocity in the horizontal direction is constant. So I hope this diagram gives you a better understanding of an object and projectile motion. So in recap, in the vertical direction, gravity is always accelerating an object at negative 9.8 meters per second squared. When you're diagramming an object in projectile motion, break up the velocity vectors into its vertical and horizontal components. Also, objects in projectile motion do not experience horizontal acceleration. Or in other words, the object in the horizontal direction does not speed up or slow down. It maintains a constant velocity. Lastly, when an object reaches its maximum height, the vertical velocity equals 0 meters per second. Thank you for watching this video and hope to see you next time.